So, hi. It's been a couple of days since I've actually done a video update, and I'm actually really excited to get back into the helm, as it were. Firstly, I actually have more to talk about tonight than I actually thought that I would, because if you know Kickstarters, you know that you will typically hit the middle period where the initial excitement is starting to wane a little bit. The early adopters have already backed your project, and at the end of the project, that's when everyone comes on board. In fact, I have a quote. Someone once told me tonight with their skirmisher game that they got 60% of their project in the last week. So what happens in the middle, right? Well, you know, I came into this Kickstarter really wanting to do something exciting in the middle because I wanted to fight that slow period. And it so happens that all of the good stuff is actually happening right now, which is actually really fantastic because it means that I've got a lot to share with you and you've got a lot as a backer to feel really good about. So let's just jump into this, shall we? First things first, the Battle for An Gearesdan. So the Battle for An Gearesdan, let's call it Day 2, is going against the Sisk. Not unlike my games with Jack, unfortunately. So the Maychians have taken the second area of land. They're that little bit closer to getting the special unit unlocked for that faction, but there's still plenty of time to go here for the Sisk to actually even things out a little bit. So let's talk about how we're going to do that. Let's talk about the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mission, should you choose to accept it. This is a good one. So some of you might have noticed, if you're paying attention to the Kickstarter, that I've been talking about a collaboration with Reaper Miniatures. No formal announcement has been made yet. Reaper Miniatures will be making that. But it's happening, okay? We are going to get their Clockwork Dragon. We're going to get to slap a torn armor unit card onto it, and I'm going to get to give it to you. The first 500 backers at $75 or more, free. No shipping, free. That's kind of really exciting. The best bit, icing on the cake, Reaper is going to actually feature us on their homepage for the rest of the Kickstarter, and they're going to actually announce it to all of their fans and customers. If that does not make Reaper one of the coolest companies on the planet, I don't know what does. I'm sure you'll agree. Torn Armor gets to give to you the dragon. And at the same time, we can actually now introduce the flying rules that were planned for later, and breath weapon rules. I mean, and if we hit 60k, we'll even create a special scenario or two, and special maps for this. I mean, this is huge. This is huge. But you're actually getting this a little bit ahead of time, right? No official announcement has been made yet. So, let's do this. You can now, you've got an opportunity for the next 3 days to invite your friends. Get them to back this Kickstarter. There's a reason for this, okay? In fact, there's 2 reasons. One, if your friend backs a Kickstarter, even just a $1, just $1 level, because they can do that, okay? And they come into this thread, and they say, hey, I backed this Kickstarter. They don't even have to say the amount. I backed this Kickstarter. They give your name. They say which faction they are rooting for. That's what you've got to do. That's it. Walk away, okay? The most backers for a particular faction that have been newly brought on board by one of you current backers, they're the ones that will win the next phase for Battle of An Gearesdan. But here's the kicker, right? If your friends back $75 or more, and it could be the core game, any combination of miniatures, I don't care, $75 or more, they will also get the dragon. And If they back for $75 or more, and you've backed for $75 or more, we will throw in to each of you $10 worth of add-ons. It might be a unit priced at $10. It might be a couple of heroes priced at $5. It might be $10 towards another add-on. You both individually get that. You'll both be individually asked what you want. I'm giving you $10 worth of add-ons for free. Use it however you want. Get a friend in. Get them to pledge. Let's get this whole project done. And both of you could gain the dragon and extra add-ons for free, depending on what level you're pledging at. Worst case scenario, get half a dozen friends to come in at $1 level who can't afford $1 and at least win the next phase for the Battle of An Gearesdan. It's a win-win to me. I am really, really excited to be talking about the Reaper collaboration. That would not be possible if it wasn't for how awesome they are as a company. Seriously. So the next time that you're buying miniatures, seriously think about those guys first. Because I'm talking about, they're a big company, they're a big name, they do incredible quality, and they are reaching down to the likes of us in the spirit of what a Kickstarter is all about. That, to me, is what this business is about. We're all like this, right? We're all gaming friends together. Reaper deserves your support. Few other things. Let's move on. I've been asked a few times to actually show the maps on the homepage of the Kickstarter. I'm going to make that possible. I will be honest, didn't even think about sharing the maps, didn't think anyone would be interested. And here I am, I'm the cartographer. I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually start adding the images. I'll give you some download URLs. You'll be able to start snagging them, okay? See what they're all about. Secondly, we've been asked a few times in just the last 24 hours to share some words about the actual factions. Why are they fighting? What is this torn world? What is it about? Why is everyone at each other's throats? We're going to add that too here in the next 24 hours, okay? It'll be a nice little PDF. You'll be able to download it and see what's actually going on. Next, we did post another playthrough video on our Kickstarter page and our YouTube channel. It was actually an earlier YouTube video, or it was an earlier playthrough, so some of the rules were still getting tweaked, etc. after that. The observant amongst you, and there's actually a few, so some of the rules have kind of been tweaked since, but take a look at it. It really demonstrates how quick the game can be. I think it's like 26 minutes in length. The unfortunate thing is, I play the Sisk and I lose again. Which one very observant person said, man, do the Sisk suck or something, or they're imbalanced? Rest assured, no units are imbalanced at all. Bear in mind that we have a statistician on staff, so to speak, and he is literally not only fine-tuning every single unit, but he's also making sure that their gold piece value is commensurate with the actual unit's abilities. So everything is legit from that point of view. Everything is nicely dialed in. I just roll really freaking badly. That's the bottom line, I do. But I'm really glad that it got brought up, because yeah, it kind of puts a Sisk in a bad light, right? From that point of view, Jack is going to play the Sisk this weekend. You watch. I'll probably roll really well now and I'll win. But Jack is going to play the Sisk this weekend. We're going to play again. We'll do the third playthrough video for you all and we'll share it, okay? And by the way, I really appreciate the fact that you guys and girls ask me these questions and point these things out. That's awesome. Do you realize just how freaking great it is as a potential fledgling company as ours to actually get to hear your comments and your thoughts right here and now in the moment? That's what Kickstarters are all about. I love the fact that it just totally pulls back the curtain from that point of view. So you're also going to see a new pledge level get added tonight. Why am I telling you this? Because you're going to take a look at it. It's going to be called Special Retail Level. And you're going to think that it's just for the brick and mortar establishments, okay? It's not true. We're doing a brick and mortar pledge level, a more rounded one than what's up there right now, because we're about to really blast brick and mortar establishments, okay? Right as we're coming into this usual dry spell, we're actually pushing to actually go the other way on this Kickstarter, to really sort of do what most Kickstarters don't, is to actually get a whole bunch of pledges right in the middle. So from that point of view, we're going to start hitting up the stores. I'm going to create a pledge level that is just irresistible to a store. Okay, irresistible, low risk, and lots of potential profit margin. I'm going to suggest you take a look at it seriously. There might be more there than you really need, but if you and some friends are thinking about chipping in, you might want to actually think about this, because there'll be a lot of miniatures for a very competitive value. Let's just put it that way. So take a look at it. Lastly, we've been doing a lot of interviews recently, and I'm going to start sharing them with you. I mean, I'm talking about podcasts, video blogs, on the internet, etc. I'm going to start posting them in these emails that are going out. Take a look at them, read them if you're so inclined. The first one up is actually in Spanish, but they translate throughout. They are awesome guys. They really are. One day I am going to Spain and I am going to play with these guys. That's how cool they are. It's pretty long, but listen to it all the way through if you've got the time. Maybe just have it playing in the background or something. A lot of fun, a lot of laughter. Common denominator in all of these interviews I'm doing is I am typically dropping in something you should hear. That's all I'm going to say. You should be on the lookout for these things. You should be listening to these things. That's all I'm going to say on that one, okay? Let's just put it this way. When we actually nail this Kickstarter and I send out the little survey, one of the questions is going to be, do you have a promotional code? Well, do you? So, with that said, I think that was a pretty good update. Thank you if you watched all of this. Hopefully it was worth it because of the promotional code thing. Thank you for getting the Kickstarter this close. We're rocking this thing. And now, let's put that Clockwork Dragon on the table.